Hey you, yeah you. Have you ever stopped for a moment and thought about why are you studying in university or college and why do you need your degree? Have you? If your answer is yes, then welcome to my channel. I am Muqaddas, and on my channel I'm talking about skincare, horoscopes, and my life in South Korea, including education. So this video is going to be about my path throughout a degree that I still don't have. Just to let you know, I've graduated from high school in 2014 and by now, 2020, I still don't have a degree. I have no degree except for like a high school degree. Done. It's been 6 years and I'm still studying and I am not even sure if I'm going to get my bachelor's degree because I've been through so much in the past year, okay? And well, everything was going by the plan until everything became so blurry. In 2019, I was sure that I'm going to graduate by the end of 2019, but no. In September 2019, I found out, no, I need to take an extra semester because with some kind of stupid rule in my university, there's one course that is required for freshmen that I didn't take, that is provided only in spring, and I didn't take it and it was already fall. So my plan was to take that course that I didn't know that is only in spring in fall, and yep, everything became like roller coaster since then. Since that time, I've been thinking a lot about this whole bachelor's degree, doing your studies and getting a diploma, and why do we need a diploma? So I'm going to tell you about 9 things that I've learned throughout 6 years of my education path. In 2014, when I've graduated from high school, I applied to a university, I applied to many universities just to get out of my country, just to get out, okay? If you don't know, I am from Tajikistan, heart of Central Asia, and my whole life I've been told not to study, and I am such a stubborn person that if you tell me not to do it, I'll do it. So I loved studying. In high school, in primary school, whatever, elementary, I just loved studying, but whatever, I liked studying. So I was really good in high school. I was really good, yeah. And after high school, I decided just to get out of there because I knew that if I would stay there, they would tell me, either you go to medical school or you get married. Ta-da! That's it. And I did not want none of that. I still don't want none of those. So when I got an opportunity to leave, to flee the country, I did, and I went to China. I got Chinese government scholarship for 1 year Chinese language and then 4 years for whatever undergraduate degree in applied mathematics because I loved math back in high school, but now we're not friends, no. So I went there in September 2014 and I was learning this Chinese language. I was like, no, Chinese is the hardest language, what am I gonna do? But my plan was to study for SATs and TOEFL or what is it, IELTS, to get a good degree to apply to some better universities or just to apply and just move again. So I thought I would never learn this Chinese, but I did not care about Chinese that much. And still, the education system in China was so good that in 3 months I was able to walk outside, talk to people, go shopping, buy groceries, and even visit a doctor. I've been in Korea for 4 years I still can do none of those. Which leads me to Korea. After 1 year in China, I realized that I don't like China because the food was not for me. So, with the suggestion of my friend, I decided to apply to Korean universities like KINS and UNIST, but for KINS was too late, so I applied for UNIST. And then I came here. I loved it. Yeah, it was perfect and stuff like that. And I have a video about me praising UNIST in my another video here or there, which one? Maybe here? Yeah, anyways, you can watch it. But in this video, I'm going to throw some shade. I'm sorry, Korea, but I will do. Don't deport me. I still like Korea and food here. So, here is what I've learned. First of all, getting a degree, even with scholarship, is expensive. It is expensive. Number one thing about a degree, that it's just expensive. Even though you don't pay for tuition, you still need to pay for
food, you need to pay for dorm, you need to pay for insurance, you need to pay for books and like those stuff.
And guess what? In Korea, it's not cheap. Yeah, and you are required to buy those books. You are just required. And no, you can't buy used books because each book has some kind of stupid code that you need to enter through whatever to do online assignments. Hey, yeah. So you need a lot of money. That's number one thing. Number two is getting a degree is the most useless thing to do if you want to get a job. Well, wait, I'm not talking about doctors or scientists or whoever needs a degree to do their job, like really needs a degree, you know, like how can you trust a doctor without a degree? Or maybe I am stereotyping. I don't know. In my case, I have so many interests that I don't like to be put in one box. And I think getting a degree is the most useless thing, because even when you get a degree and you try to apply for a job related to your degree, to your studies, they'll be like,
we need 3 years of experience, we need you to be first year master's degree student, or we need you to be already graduated from undergraduate degree for 2 years.
And then you start thinking like, how can I get a job if I don't have an experience? Because I was studying for 4 years. Like in my case, it's more than 4. I was studying for 4 years. How could I get an experience, right? And then, so if I need this job, I need to go to graduate school and waste 2 or 3 more years to apply for a job that says you need an experience of 3 to 5 years. Tell me, how is that not useless? Am I wrong? You can comment down below if I'm saying something wrong, because everybody that I know who wants to apply for a job or even an internship, you need to have at least 3 or 2 years of experience in whatever. How can you get that experience if you've been studying for 4 years? Nope. If you've been enjoying this video so far, make sure to like it and share with people who are going through the same things that I'm going right now. Or if you're not, then just continue watching and make sure to subscribe to get notification each time I post a new video. See you! Studying in university is a waste of time. I'm telling you, it's a waste of time. If you're a person who has a lot of interests, who is very creative, like me, who has a lot of interests and doesn't know what exactly he or she wants, studying in university is a waste of time for you and me. Because when you go to university, first year you kind of like in Korea, right? First year you are required to study all those fundamental courses that include everything that you might not like in my case, programming. Like, I know for sure that I don't need to know about AI programming or C++ or Python, whatever. Like, I know that I don't need it. I just know it, that I will never ever use it. Like, I know that I don't need to study something like literature, like poems and stuff. Like, I know that I don't need it. Why should I study? Why don't you provide me with courses that are for creative people? I know, like, I've been studying in science school, but yeah, they provide you with the first year they provide you with those lectures that are for like creative stuff, but there is nothing creative except for like music. And then you go to your next year, which is sophomore, and during the sophomore year you need to choose the major that you will graduate from in 4 years, like in 3 years, right? And hello, if you're a person like me, you will change your major and minor. If there is a permission, you will change it every single semester. That's what I did. Every single semester I was changing from one major to another, from one minor to another, until there was no other choice. So I just made a conclusion for myself that this is the best for me. I mean, this is the only option that is good for me, which is biological science and management. I took management. I changed my minor to management in my last year. So I just had 2 semesters to finish all those management required courses, which actually brought me to this extra semester that also again brings me to this thought that I might not graduate. So I would say if I would have 4 years, I would definitely spend that time for stuff that I like music, like skincare, like doing business, or just learning languages, because I love learning languages. And here's the thing, this brings me to number 4. Number 4 is actually something positive. The only good thing that I learned from doing my degree is I can learn whatever I want if I have a will to do it. What do I mean? In university, nobody's going to tell you you need to study. They give you an assignment, they give you a deadline. Nobody teaches you anything. No. Like professors just put a presentation and then they just read through it. They don't explain much. They just read through PPT. Like, you can do that at home by yourself. You can also just open the slides and just start reading, just like professors do. They don't explain anything in detail. They don't solve problems with you. So, what I do in school? I don't know. This school taught me that I can learn whatever I want. Like, if I want to learn anatomy, I don't need a professor to learn it. Like, I can just go to YouTube and type anatomy chapter 1. Chapter 1, you go, there are a lot of videos that explain you so well that you learn so much, rather than going to 9 a.m. class not every single morning, like every Monday, Wednesday, to sit down with closed eyes, with blank brain, and just listen to a professor that is just like reading a word by word, everything from slide. I'm telling you, time management, willpower, these 2 things come from this 4 years of university. Now I am so sure that I can learn anything that I want if I have passion and interest, of course. because I learned these two skills from university: time management and willpower. You just put a deadline and you know that you need to finish by deadline and you just do it. That's it. Now we're going to number 6. These are the things that I wish I could do in 4 years. In 4 years, number 6, I would wish to make more friends instead of like concentrating on studying and like competition and stuff, which I didn't have. I would really, if you would let me go back 4 years back, if you would let me do that, God, I would not go to the university in the first place. But if I had no choice and I would go back to school again, I would make friends. Making friends in university is the best thing to do. Like friends from high school, I don't know about other people, but I heard like high school friends are not so important, but in my case high school friends are the best. I would say making friends in university is the most important thing that you can do in 4 years. So I realized that I didn't make a lot of friends from university because people that you connect with during your undergraduate degree are the people with whom you actually have more common stuff, like common interests, because first of all, you're in the same country. That means something brought you to this country, and you're in the same university. That means there is a reason for specifically that university. That means something in common, right? And I regret that I couldn't make a lot of friends, but I did make really good ones. Shout out to my besties. Because networking is extremely important. If you want to stay in the country that you have done your degree in, like Korea, you really need to have people that are going to stay here as well, so that you have this connection in the future to help each other, to, I don't know, to whatever, help, right? Yeah. And I really regret that. And that brings me to number 7. 7 is traveling. You cannot believe how much I regret not traveling in South Korea in 4 years. I'm telling you, in 4 years, I've been to Seoul just to go from bus or train to a building and then going back. In 4 years, I haven't visited Seoul properly. Like, I know that there is Gangnam or Itaewon, whatever, but I've been there, right? I was just like there for, let's say, 5 minutes. That's it. And there are so many beautiful places in Korea. Even in Ulsan, there was a beach. And I have not properly visited that beach at all. Maybe I was there for 2 times only. And one time was my friend asked me to go, and second time my mom begged me to take her to the beach. Yeah, I regret that I wasted 4 years. And you know, Korea has a lot of holidays, and I did none of that. And let's go to number 8. Number 8 is about exploring whatever you can. Like, let's say you are a scientist, like you are doing something science related. If somebody would have told me that there are so many conferences related to subjects that I like that I could attend for free, I would do that. And nobody told me that. Nobody told me that if you like something, there are so many opportunities to do those. There are so many competitions that you can apply for. There are so many opportunities for like startup building, for fundings, or just for traveling for free in Korea. I didn't know about those, and they exist. Maybe in the next video I will do stuff related to that. And all those things would give me so much more information, so much more networking, so many connections, rather than just taking everyday lectures. And if you're late, you were like getting like a reduction in your whatever, what is it? Grades? Sorry, you see, I don't even remember those terms because I don't care anymore. I don't care, because when you study with a scholarship, you constantly think about not losing it. Like every single day you're like, oh my god, I need to study hard to not lose my scholarship. And it doesn't matter if you like the course or not, you just need to study it. And I am a person that hates to follow the rules or to do whatever others are telling me to do. And that was kind of really painful for me throughout this 4 years, because I was doing what I didn't want to do. I was trying to maintain my scholarship and it didn't go well because it just ruined my mental state. Yeah. And the last thing that is number 9 is this. It's not for everybody. Yeah, we know that university is not for everybody, but I'm talking about this number 9 is not for everybody, because I'm talking about people who are doing their degree in English but in non-English country like Korea, China, Asia. Okay, I regret that in 4 years in Korea, I didn't improve my Korean just a bit at all, because my university, UNIST, was fully in English and it was in the end of the city, so it would be too lazy for me to go out because it was too far, and everything on campus is in English, so I don't have to use my Korean. But when it came to like going to other cities or just meeting new people, you would need to know Korean. But did I learn? No. So actually, from all of these lessons that I've learned throughout 4 to 6 years, I am kind of improving. So what I'm doing whatever I like, which is skincare, horoscopes, and vlogs about my life. And I am learning languages. First of all, I'm learning Français. I'm learning French because it's the only language that I actually want to know. And number 2, I am forced to learn Korean because I want to stay in Korea and I want to get the citizenship here. So I need to know Korean, because not only because of the citizenship, but like if I want to open my company, like my startup, I need to know Korean to be able to understand all those regulations and legal stuff. So yeah, I know that I wasted 4 years, but I know that in 4 years from all of these lessons, I learned a lot. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, because every week I'm going to upload videos about skincare and horoscopes, and once in 2 weeks I'm going to upload a vlog about life in South Korea. And please make sure to leave a comment about where do you study, what is your major, and what you wish you knew before you got into a university. Bye bye, see you next time. Make sure to watch other my videos. Bye.